Your old grandpa? Yeah. When he got old, his hair started to get real curly, right? Come on.
As white as snow, and his feet, and his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Give me Genesis 49. So, it says it's his head, the hairs on his head, and his hairs were white as snow. It's a commandment for a man to keep his beard. So the hair on his head and his beard were white as snow. And his eyes were as the flame of fire. Read what you got.
Genesis chapter 49, verse 12.
Because precept must go upon precept. The Bible is going to explain itself. Come on.
His eyes shall be red with wine.
So his eyes will be red with wine. When you drink, the whites of your eyes turn red, right? Christ was not a drunk, but he did drink wine in moderation. What was Christ's first miracle? Yes. So he was not a wine bibber. He drank wine in moderation because it is not a sin to drink.
Right.
It's a sin to get drunk.
Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his
49.
feet like unto fine brass.
If you take off those shoes and you took off your socks, the top of your feet would be the same color as the rest of your body, right? Maybe a little bit lighter because they haven't been in the sun, right? So it's not going to be a completely different color. Read.
And his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace.
Burnt, polished brass. When you put anything in a furnace and you burn it, what color does it come out?
Brown.
When you burn it?
Black.
Black.
That's right.
It is going to be black. If I put a pizza in the oven and I burn it, it's black. It's not brown. We want it to be that golden brown. If you burn it, it is black.
That's right.
And his voice as the sound of many waters.
That's why we out here speaking boldly, so everybody can hear us. Nobody's going to get a chance to say, oh, I never heard this word. I never knew what Christ looked like. Yes, because the prophets are out in the highways and the edges preaching to you, telling you what Christ looked like, telling you to keep the law, statutes, commandments of the Bible.
Right.
Go to, give me Leviticus 19. So like I was telling you, Christ kept his beard. It's a commandment for a man to keep his beard. We're going to read that.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 27.
Bring it out.
Ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shall ye mar the corners of thy beard.
So, it says not to shave it. You can get an edge up. An edge up is perfectly fine. Give me Ezekiel 5 and 1. But it says not to shave off. Hold that and get Ezekiel 5 and 1. It says not to shave off the corners of your beard. Not to more into it, because that is a sin. We got the Zondervan. A beard is a badge of manly dignity. What two people on earth have his mane? He's going to look like a female lion.
This is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Definition of beard: a badge of manly dignity.
Of manly dignity. It's an honor to have that beard. That's a great thing. No, that's all right. Go back to... So, the Most High God commands these things of us. Not to shave into your head, to keep your beard, to know what you're eating, to know what you're putting in your body.
Right. Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 27.
Bring it out.
Ye shall not round the corners of your head, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
Give me 21 and 5. So the Bible's redundant. It's telling us the same thing over and over again.
Leviticus chapter 21 verse 5.
Bring it out.
They shall not make baldness upon their head.
Now, if you're going bald, that's perfectly fine. That is lawful. But if you're shaving it off, you're going against what the Most High God told us to do.
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard, nor make any cuttings in their flesh.
So that's going into tattoos. It's not lawful for us to get tattoos. Keeping you in your sin. These nations know. Give me Judas 5:20. These nations know what they are doing. After this, give me Psalms 83. Go ahead and give me Judas 5:20. Yeah, so these nations know what keeps us in sin and what doesn't. Why do you think majority of sales are on the weekend, on Saturday? Keep you in sin. Partying on the weekend, keep you in sin. The Sabbath starts at Friday at nightfall. It goes to Saturday night. These nations know what they're doing.
That's right. Judith chapter 5 and verse 20.
Bring it out.
Now therefore, my Lord and Governor, if there be any error in this people,
If there be any sin in this people,
and they sin against their God.
so these other nations know that God is for us.
That's right.
The 12 tribes of Israel and no one else.
Right.
Let us consider that this shall be their ruin,
The wages of sin is death.
and let us go up, and we shall overcome them.
So they know if we're in sin, the Most High God isn't going to fight for us. He's going to do nothing for us. Come on.
But if there be no iniquity in their nation,
If there be no sin in this nation, the 12 tribes of Israel, you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans,
let my Lord now pass by, lest their God defend them.
like we read earlier in 2 Corinthians 10 and 4, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. We don't have to do anything but keep the commandments of the Most High God.
That's right.
Then the Most High God is going to do all the fighting for us.
Right.
How he destroyed Egypt, he's going to destroy this place.
That's right.
But we have to correct ourselves first. Read.
Lest their Lord defend them, and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world.
Just how everybody knows what the Most High God did to Egypt, that's the reproach that's going to happen to these other nations.
That's right.
We keep the laws of the Most High God.
Teach.
Give me a second. First, we have to correct ourselves first. Us men have to correct ourselves. Start keeping the law, statutes, and commandments of God. Because have you seen that magazine where they got Pharrell in a dress?
I already watched that.
And they're saying the new masculinity? That's not what a man should be like.
Right. First Kings chapter 2 and verse 2.
Bring it out.
I go the way of all the earth.
This is King David. He's about to die, and he's talking to his son Solomon. Read.
Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man.
So the Bible is about to tell us what men should be doing, how men should conduct themselves,
Teach us.
how men should be acting. Read it again. Start over.
First Kings chapter 2 and verse 2. I go the way of all the earth. Be thou strong, therefore, and show thyself a man, and keep the charge of the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways, to keep his statutes and his commandments
That's right.
and his judgments and his testimonies.
Matthew 26. That's how we show ourselves to be men, keeping the commandments of the Most High God, showing discipline,
That's right.
bringing every thought into the obedience of Christ.
Bring it out.
That is how men act. Men are not supposed to be impulsive. Oh, my mind tells me to do this, let me go do it. Oh, now I want to go do this, let me go do it. No, keep the commandments of the Most High God.
That's right.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.